And the first game on the list this month is Marvel's Iron Man VR, which, as the name says, is a game about being Iron Man. The game features a story-driven, fully VR campaign, which mostly focuses around flying combat. You have to defeat various types of enemies to eventually overthrow the Ghost Organization, which is a mysterious organization that's trying to destroy the Stark Empire. You can fly around using your motion controllers and control Tony's hands and weapon systems to destroy various enemies with a wide array of weapons. You can also upgrade your gear in the Stark Mansion to become better, and then of course use all those weapons to work towards your goal. I definitely think this is going to be a very fun game, definitely looks very polished, and it's just a shame it's only releasing on PlayStation VR because I do not have one. The game is launching July 3rd, 2020 and only on PlayStation VR. And next up we have a very interesting re-release. Budget Cuts, the first game, is finally making its way over to PlayStation VR. This very intuitive physics-based stealth action game features a full story campaign where you have to escape a corpo office filled with robots. You can use a very cool teleportation technique to move around, and you can use various weapons to destroy the robots with a good sense of humor. The game is finally coming to PlayStation VR. It's been a while, it's already been out on a lot of different platforms, but it's good to finally see this game make its way over to the PlayStation platform because it definitely is a good one. The game is launching July 10th, 2020, and this time on PlayStation VR. And coming in at number 3, we have something completely different. This is Adventure Farm VR, which is a sort of farming simulator in virtual reality, which honestly, it was only a matter of time before this would happen. The game features various regular farming activities, such as growing crops or managing livestock, and by doing that well, you can expand your farm and buy all sorts of upgrades to make it bigger and better. You can also complete various events and mini-games along the way to make things a little bit more interesting and also make everything a little bit funnier. I read something about jetpack farming and stuff, which definitely sounds very interesting. The game will be launching July 1st, 2020 and only on PC VR. And next up is something a little more violent. This is a remaster of the rather good game Vertigo. Vertigo is sort of a Half-Life / Portal inspired shooter / adventure game that launched a while ago, but now they have released a remastered version with better graphics, physics, and using some new techniques of the second Vertigo game, which is also in development right now. The game has a complete story campaign where a lot of funny characters. The game also has a very good sense of humor. It reminds me a lot of Portal and the really dry, sort of dark humor from those games. It also has locomotion for all sorts of comfort levels. You can play it however you want. The game will be launching somewhere in July 2020 and only on PC VR. And coming in at number 5, we have something a little bit more wholesome. This is KOORING VR, coding, which is, as the name would suggest, a VR game that teaches people to code. And I think it's mostly aimed at a younger audience. But yeah, I think this was very interesting because I love to see like playful VR in education, and I think coding is a very interesting thing to try and learn kids. The game uses a sort of platformer / puzzle mechanic to guide the player through the lessons. They have to select the right type of command to complete the code or puzzle in this case. There's also various levels that are focused on debugging, where you have a complete code where something is wrong and you have to find the mistake, correct it, and make sure it does work. And maybe it looks a little childish, but who knows, maybe you have kids or you just want to learn something and you don't care about the style. I just put this in there because I think it's very interesting, and I definitely would like to see more educational stuff using VR because I think it could be a lot of fun. The game is launching somewhere in July 2020 and only on PC VR. And number 6, we have Graffiti Bombing VR, which is, as the name would suggest, a graffiti game. The game features an open world to explore with various locations for you to tag or create artwork. You can go from simple, just writing a name or drawing a phallic object on something, to creating complicated and intense artworks. The game also features various dangers and challenges to overcome, because not everyone would like you to spray your phallic objects on their property, so you also have to try and dodge those. The game features realistic paint behavior, so graffiti artists will feel right at home while playing this game. And the best part, it's currently listed to be completely free, which would definitely be very interesting. I don't think we have a lot of like open world graffiti games out there yet, and this definitely could be the first one. The game is set to release somewhere in July 2020 and only on PC VR. Next up, we have Shooty Skies Overdrive, which is a VR bullet hell shooter, which definitely is an interesting genre in VR. There's basically a spaceship attached to your hand, which you have to guide through a hell of bullets, if you know how that genre works, and also destroy as many waves and hordes of enemies as possible. The game has a very nice little retro style, which I definitely dig, and it looks like there will be a lot going on screen. And on your right hand you'll have your spaceship with your guns, and with your left hand you can grab upgrades such as another gun or a shield or all sorts of things to make your life a little bit easier in this pretty challenging looking chaotic game. You can also play the game fully room scale, where you have to actually walk around, or you can be lazy and put it to seated mode, where you can just sit down and have a slightly less intense experience, which probably will be equally, if not more, difficult. The game will be launching on the Oculus Rift and the Oculus Quest July 2nd, 2020. And at number 8 on the list we have Flying Hero VR, which, as the name kinda already gives away, is a VR flying game where you can fly around an open world with jets attached to your hands. And if this makes you think of Iron Man, it's because it also made me think of Iron Man. And for us plebs who don't own a PlayStation VR system, this is probably the closest we're going to get in a while. The game features a big open world to explore. You can fly around with jets attached to your hands, which is definitely very interesting. And there's also various challenges to complete and enemies to defeat. This is a game I missed on the list last month, so it's currently already out now on PC VR. At number 9 we have more of a tool than a game. This is a VR aim trainer, which, if you don't know what an aim trainer is, it's basically what like pro Counter-Strike players and stuff use to just perfect their aiming. But this one is focused on VR, so now you can finally become an aiming god in Pavlov or Onward. The game has various scenarios and training types, such as flick aim, which is based on reactions, tracking, which is more precise, reaction time, which is just, reaction time, this is pretty self-explanatory, and they have precision training, where you have to hit really tiny targets really quickly. I definitely think this can be a very interesting tool for people who take their VR shooters very seriously and want to become more competitive. VR Aim Trainer is launching July 2nd, 2020 and only on PC VR. And finally we have a game that I missed on the list last month. It's REPUBLIQUE VR. This is actually a bit of an older game that originally wasn't VR, and then it came to the Oculus Go, and now it's been fully remade for full PC VR. The trailer you see in the background was for the Oculus Quest, because I couldn't find a PC trailer. But the game is now out on Steam. It is a third-person dystopian stealth game where you have to complete a story-driven campaign in a world of oppressive government surveillance, where you have to help a woman escape by guiding her past guards and solving all sorts of puzzles. Apparently it is pretty good. The game is out now on PC VR. And that was it for this month's list. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you found some new games that you're definitely going to play. Let me know if I missed any games that I definitely should have had in there. I might still put them in next month. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you enjoyed, hit that notification bell to be kept up to date on all new videos, news and entertainment. And I'll hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.